I cannot indulge that desire. I just can't.
Are Robyn and Kody considering moving? Mykelti and Tony sparked a lot of speculation when they took a question regarding Kody and Robyn's future in Flagstaff from their live chat on Patreon. And of course, I have some thoughts. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be voiceover commentary because right now my equipment is half in my old office, half in my new office, which means that there is a light at the end of the tunnel regarding construction. I think this weekend I will be all up and running in my new setup, so I'm so excited about that. But let us talk about today's video. Tony and Mykelti are answering a lot of questions on their Patreon. And a couple videos ago, I talked about their response to being asked about what the catalyst was for the move to Flagstaff. They didn't offer up a ton of information as to why the move, but they did say it was definitely not because of Dayton. Well, right after that question, they answered another question, and it sparked a lot of buzz. So the question they took was, do you think K and R, referring to Kody and Robyn, will move again? They start off by saying they hope so because Flagstaff is not easily accessible. It's apparently a 10-hour drive from where Tony and Mykelti live. And if you didn't drive, you would have to fly to Phoenix, and then it's a 2.5-hour drive from there. I really feel like this just further solidifies that the family moved for Dayton. I mean, why on earth move to this place that is so difficult to get to for literally every other member of your family? Tony then goes on to say that he knows that Kody wants to move, and Mykelti references that itch that Kody gets. And Tony really knows a lot about everything. He says that he knows Kody wants to move somewhere cheaper. Much, much cheaper. Now, is this a finally realizing you don't need a McMansion thing? Or is this urge to move being bred out of necessity? As in you don't have supplemental income coming in from your original 3 wives anymore? It's an interesting question. So that is what Mykelti and Tony had to say. The real question is, will this talk of downsizing be a storyline for Kody and Robyn in season 18? If in fact this itch does overtake Kody yet again, we need to go back to season 16 for just a quick second. You guys know how I love receipts, and what better receipts do we have than the actual show documenting this family's lives for the past decade plus. So in season 15, right as the pandemic happened and the family went into quarantine, the news came out that Utah essentially decriminalized polygamy. No one was more excited about this news than Christine. Christine really, really wanted to move back, and I think the combination of Kody not attending Isabel's surgery plus this complete shutdown of Christine's feelings towards moving back to Utah is really what lit a fire under Christine to make a clean break of Kody. If Kody and Robyn move, they are going to have to walk back so many things that they've said on the show. And Robyn is basically going to be forced to acknowledge that this move made no sense other than to be close to where Dayton would be attending college. Could it be that Mykelti and Tony are starting to lay the groundwork for this discussion? We've had Peyton tell us in his interview that moving to Flagstaff made no sense because the family had no extended family there and nobody had any ties to the area. Now we have Mykelti telling us just how much of a pain in the ass it is to even get to Flagstaff. It's also not a cheap area to live, which was another topic brought up by Mykelti and Tony as to why Kody not only wanted to leave Vegas, but makes him now want to leave Flagstaff. And honestly, if cost of living was truly a concern, then why leave one expensive city for another unless the reason for the move was really about your favorite wife's oldest son. And again, this is no shade on Dayton. We've heard that Dayton was none too thrilled about his mom insisting on following him to school, which is completely understandable. So let's get ahead of this speculation a little bit, because Tony is now saying Kody really wants to leave Flagstaff, but according to Robyn, in season 16, she was so sick of moving.
Okay, the reason I wanted to come and talk with you is just because of Christine, the talk we had on the property.
Okay.
I wanted to check everybody's temperature on it in private, because I think the reason she's bringing it up is because she's like, I don't want to build on the property because I want to move to Utah.
This is so frustrating that this is like a question. I mean, we just got here to Flagstaff, and I've invested myself here. I made it really clear once we moved here, like, I'm not interested in being a transient family. My kids are very happy here in Flagstaff. I don't feel like I really have a choice to move to Utah because of what people in Utah will treat our family like. My kids will be the ones, our kids will be the one that is put on the chopping block, the altar. I wish we could just settle down. Like, we're here, we're in Flagstaff, it's beautiful. Like, you guys are okay moving all the time, constantly, I guess.
No,
I'm
really
so
not.
frustrated that we're constantly bringing up, where should we go? I'm like, we gotta find a place and make it home.
Robyn successfully orchestrated this whole move. She wasn't just going to acquiesce to Christine's desire to move to Utah, no matter how much it made sense for the entire family. I mean, she even has to acknowledge there that it makes sense for her to want to live there because her parents live there. So Robyn is saying all of her kids love Flagstaff. She wants to settle down. She's sick of being this nomadic family. If they do move out of Flagstaff, it will really just show how full of shit Robyn is. So yes, I will have my popcorn at the ready to see how this plays out in season 18. Being forced to downsize, honestly, it does make sense. How can they possibly still float this lifestyle on just their fraction of the show money and Kody's traveling gun accessory sales? And Kody has lamented the fact that the market is garbage in Flagstaff, so I don't know if he would be looking necessarily to downsize in Flagstaff. It would make sense that he would be looking at moving to a different city. Will it be a city in Utah after all? That would be so ironic. And can we talk for a quick second about all this insider information Tony seems to be revealing to us lately? He is the guy that knows the things. So hey Tony, new bestie, spill all the tea. But in all seriousness, I do fully believe Kody and Robyn are considering downsizing from the McMansion. If they move out of Flagstaff, I will have such a chuckle because of the hissy fit that Robyn threw at even the thought of moving from Flagstaff. And if they move to Utah, I will absolutely lose my shit, because essentially moving to Flagstaff was really one of the first catalysts to the complete unraveling of this family. You guys will have to let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at realiteasquad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.